Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, brothers and sisters, to today's video. Inshallah, today's video will be about Surat Al-shams. Al-shams is the big star, which is the sun. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started this surah by making swear to that great creation. And we agreed before, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made an oath to something, it must be great. If he, for example, make an oath with the sun, make an oath to al-layl, make an oath to the last day, it must be great. So we as a human must think about this. So that's fixed rule of our videos, inshallah. So one of the and also we agreed before, if we have an object, so that object has a lot of names, so it must be great, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like the last day, like, you know, in Arabian culture, the sword or the horses, it has more than one name. And today's rule, inshallah, will be about Quran Makki, which is revealed before the early beginning of Dawah and before the migration to Medina. And you know, there is a common characteristics of that Quran, of these surahs. It is talking about the unseen object. Okay, for example, it starts talking about believing in the last day, believing the existence of angels, believing in the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the book and the judgment, and start believing in Sirat. Okay, and the fantastic thing about Quran, it's not like, you know, the Torah or the Bible. If you open Torah or Bible, you will find just fabric stories with, and you know, very, very, very annoying, detailed, so that takes you away from the main subject. But Quran is too practical book. If you can look to the Quran, start talking or giving you description of the last day, very detailed, with, it seems like you're gonna see it, you're gonna catch it, giving you like exact detail of the last day, exact detail of the last day, how is the trail is going to be. Okay, how is the fire, hellfire should be, how like, you know, the angels going to torture you, how in Jannah, how is going to be, like, you know, the sofa, how is going to be positioned when you are entertaining. So we'll be lying on the sofa, you know, there will be, you know, very beautiful small boys, you know, like serving you, even the, you know, the material of your cups, you are going to drink a material made of gold or made of silver. All of these things, okay, like, you know, embedded in every surah, nearly every surah in Quran, because that makes you ground of Iman. So that surah, as we've been saying last session, in Surah Al-layl also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala start making surah to like more contrasted object. So the result, okay, or the complement of the oath is going to be contrasted. Like, for example, I swear by my father, I swear by my mother, I swear by my, like that. It starts saying, I swear by the sun, and it's, you know, sunrise. And I start by the moon, so that is sun and moon contrasted. And after that, you know, I start swearing by the day. I start swearing by night. So that's the oath. So the complement of the oath, okay, it's something that I want to swear to or swear about, is contrasted to, and that's too logical. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swearing by these contrasted object, like to say something as these things is completely contrasted. So you as a human, so the complement, I swear to this contrasted object, you as a human have a contrasted soul and contrasted desires. For the one who is going to be pious, who is going to go to the Jannah. For the one who is, you know, disbeliever and he's following his shaitan, he's going to, and not believing in the last day. And the reason beyond this, because he did not believe in the last day. Guys, believing in the last day and the existence of last day is giving you like a sensor in your heart, telling you what to do, what not to do. So if I have doubts about the last day, so I do whatever I want. I question about, I'm not sure about the judgment. For that reason, that the disbelievers were doing and stealing, raging wars, drinking, having relationship to the women as they want, oppressing the women, okay, eating the right of the orphans with a cold heart because they didn't believe in the last day. If you did believe, you come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will judge you for everything you have done in your life. So it tells you to stop doing this. That is the description, and that is the outcome. So if you don't believe in the last day, so the outcome is going to go to it will be in the hellfire. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the tangible example is Thamud people, when they ask for a pregnant camel to come out from the mountains, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfilled their miracle, but they didn't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The outcome for not believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for not believing in the last day, for not being biased and following my shaitan, the ayah says, فَدَمْدَمْ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنْبِهِمْ فَسَوَّاهَا وَلَا يَخَافُ عُقْبَاهَا. It means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them His punishment, and and they are all dead, and وَلَا يَخَافُ عُقْبَاهَا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do His promise with no shred of fear about any of His creation. So that surah gives us like the description of the last day, and the benefit of believing in the last day, and the advantages of believing in the last day, and the disadvantages of not believing in the last day, and the tangible example. And you can tell now we have that tangible example. If we go to Saudi Arabia, you will find their homes, their lands, okay, still there. So that's the tangible example, and the Quran is not just a fabric story. Jazakumullah khairan. That was for today. See you inshallah in the next surah. Assalamu alaikum.